Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're watching episode 7 of season 1 of House of the Dragon. The last episode there that was not only was it jolting with the time jump, but then all of a sudden there's new people, like little people that you have to learn. I don't think I did that great of a job learning their names. I know Jace, Helena, Aemon, and Aegon. I think those are the only ones that have really been mentioned besides Joffrey, which was a surprise name for Rhaenyra, but it kind of just rolled off of Laenor's tongue so easily. It was really interesting to see it kind of go from kind of like teenagers to adults, and it's now real. It's now getting very real. Especially with the horrible relationship that Alicent and Rhaenyra now have. You know, I like Alicent as this character. You know, she's grown very strong and very sure of herself, and she seems very capable as a queen. And I dig that for her, and I like that. But she kind of picked the wrong person to put a lot of her trust into. And granted, she wanted somebody who was like very loyal to her that she could talk to, and it seemed like Larys was a really good friend, but he is a horrible son and a horrible brother. The fact that he was willing to sacrifice his father and his brother to help Alicent, to kind of like bring Alicent's father back into the fold, because I mean, not only did his father quit as Hand of the King and Harwin go back to Harrenhal, but like now he's kind of like manipulating a little bit to try to get Otto back as Hand of the King to make Alicent happy. There is a very strong Peter Baelish, Ramsay Bolton vibe coming from him. And I'll just say that the actor himself, and I keep forgetting to look up who it is, but the physical acting that he does, like how like when he's like crippled and he's really hunched over, and then he does kind of like the head tilt when he's talking and all that, like he's a really good actor and he really sells that character. He makes him creepy but very intelligent. That he's really good at manipulation, that he's really good at being cruel. And the little beetle that's on his shirt makes me think that he hangs out with Helena a little bit too much and has influence on her, because she kind of does the same thing when she's like looking at the bugs. She's kind of doing like the head tilting to the side, and she's kind of behaving like him. And not that I think that like oh, that's like, you know, there was something that happened and that Larys is like her father. I don't think that at all, but I do think that he has a very strong influence on her, and I don't think that that's good at all. And the fact that Alicent was kind of shocked, like she seemed very sick when he like told her what he did, and she was almost like in disbelief. You're telling me that you've been friends with this person for 10 years and you never saw that type of behavior? Maybe she didn't want to believe that it would happen. Maybe it seemed like he was all talk, but I didn't get that from the first time we met him. Well, I guess from the first time we saw him for who he was in that courtyard, that he was definitely a manipulator. He was very meddlesome, getting his fingers in places that they shouldn't be. And she seemed surprised by it, and I don't think she really should have. Now, I'm really curious as to how Rhaenyra is going to respond to Harwin being killed. Now that she's taken her family from King's Landing to Dragonstone, not only is it because of the gossip that's going on throughout the kingdom about Harwin and her and the children and their parentage, but her son Jace even like asks like flat out like, is Sir Harwin my father? And she cannot have that. She cannot have her son saying those things in that kingdom. Definitely getting them out of there is 100% the safest measure. Now, it does take her away from her father, and it takes a little bit of her power away. I would say that it was kind of her to allow Laenor's friend to come along, his lover. That was a kindness, I guess. I don't know. Maybe it was kind of a way of like being like, yeah, no, we're going this way, and this is how I'm gonna convince you that you need to come with me. She even kind of had a moment where she like kind of commanded him to be by her side instead of kind of all over. Like he's like kind of hungry for war. Like he wants to be a warrior. I don't think that's a great thing to be thirsting after, but I feel like when the time comes, you know, he'll be ready to go. He won't be afraid, I guess. And she really gets treated poorly by Alicent. Like, even the wing of the house that they are in seems like the forgotten wing. Like, that's where all the furniture's piled up at the end of the hallway. And it just seems like she's been already casted out and pushed as far away as Alicent could possibly make happen. And I get the feeling that Alicent, like, I don't want to say that she's like made to be a queen or that she loves being the queen, but like, she's definitely doing the job that needs to be done. You know, she's calling out the parentage of Rhaenyra's children to Viserys, who kind of is in denial. He just won't see it. And it's the love of his daughter. And definitely, he doesn't want to be involved in it. And even when Lionel Strong kind of comes to him to resign his hand of the king, he still won't say out loud, like, the thing that needs to be said, which is, my son is the father of your grandchildren, of Rhaenyra's children. And you could kind of even see Alicent get like very mad that it wasn't said. And then the reaction that she had from Viserys kind of just allowing the resignation, and just she just walks away from him. Like, she's so angry. She also has Christian working for her, and he hates Rhaenyra. I would say rightfully so, but I mean, it's been 10 years. Like, how long are you going to hold a grudge, move on? I mean, he doesn't get to move on. He doesn't get to have somebody in his life. He doesn't get to have a wife and children. Like, he gave that up by becoming part of the King's Guard. But I really think Alicent was smart to keep him alive, keep him working for her, and constantly seeing Rhaenyra with these other children that look like Harwin Strong, who also looks like Kristen a little bit. That it like keeps that fire burning, that loyalty more so towards Alicent than Rhaenyra. But like, what a prick. I can't believe I cried for that asshat. I was so upset for him and the pain that he was feeling. And then this is the person he became, and this is the trouble that he's making. Away with you. Away with you. I take back my tears. I take back my empathy. You no longer have it. And Alicent really shows, like, openly that she has like no respect for Rhaenyra, especially at the council meeting. You know, she openly shows that, like, she, like, when Rhaenyra like says something, you have Alicent like rolling her eyes and drinking her wine, and it's very open. Like, she's not trying to hide it from anybody. Which I think is very bold. I think it's great. It's like letting Rhaenyra know that, like, we're onto you, or at least I'm onto you. Your father's going to continue to ignore everything. And she'll definitely, have more control over the king with Rhaenyra being at Dragonstone. And you even see her kind of have that moment with Aegon, a very uncomfortable moment for, I think, a lot of adults, precursor to her having her moment with Aegon, but pretty much like telling him, like, wake up. Like, if Rhaenyra becomes queen, you're dead. We're all dead. We're all in trouble. I don't know what that causes Aegon to do. He seems like he's kind of like a little bit of a crybaby, a little bit of a whiner, a little bit of a brat. So I don't know if that's going to light a fire under him and he's then going to want to be king. I'm not sure. But the younger brother, Aemon, and not having a dragon, and then the big dragon down in the dragon basement. I don't know. The dragon cellar. Is that where you keep dragons so they age well? I'm not sure. But like, when he goes down there, he seems like he was like being drawn to that dragon. Even though it wasn't through an egg and it wasn't, like in his bassinet and it wasn't born along with him. I don't know if that's how that works, but I assume that's how that works. But like, I feel like that dragon's going to be very important when it comes to Aemon. And we also got to see Jace get his dragon. And okay, he's part Targaryen, so I can see how he could, have control over a dragon or be able to command a dragon, say Dracarys, and have the fire happen. It's weird. I guess it would be like if Jon Snow had grown up in the kingdom as a brunette boy getting his dragon. Oh, God, we were robbed of such a great story. But the story we got was fine. Just the ending sucked, in my humble opinion. So then, way far away, we have Daemon, who married Laena, who, he has this wife, this Targaryen wife, which we seem to, it's his flavor, Targaryens. It's what he's drawn to. He likes himself a blonde, white-haired lady. I don't know. He likes to keep it in the family. What's it saying? If you're not going to keep it in the pants, keep it in the family. Damon to a T. Uh, but she went out like a boss, like a total badass. Like, instead of dying during childbirth, she had said she wanted to die a dragon rider's death. And I don't know if that's necessarily how a dragon rider would die. But I think dragon fire is pretty freaking amazing. And she made the call. She called that shot. And I didn't really, somebody had mentioned on Patreon that there was a scene that was deleted, that Damon saw consoling his daughters. And I wish we had gotten that, because he seemed so cold. He seemed warm to Lena, and then during the childbirth, he didn't seem overwhelmed with any emotion, but he did keep saying my strong girl. So obviously he loved her, and it was hard for him to see her do what she did, and it had nothing to do with the baby inside of her. Does he want a male heir? Probably. Was it worth killing his wife? I think that probably would have been a hard call for him to make. But I wanted to see more emotion out of Damon. Like, I think that's what I really want, instead of like this brattiness that we've seen from him. I wanted to see him be super fatherly and like a loving husband, like I guess romantic, maybe. I guess riding dragons in the sky and going through fire and all that. I guess that's his way of being romantic. I don't know. I dig it though. Now the question is what the hell does Damon do with two daughters? Does he go back to Driftmark? Does he go to King's Landing? Does he go to Dragonstone? Does he go back to the Vale? Like, what does Damon now do with these two daughters? Because I can't picture him like just retiring to the countryside and raising them. I think that he's got to go where his people are. I think Driftmark would be the best call, honestly, to be with, his wife's family, where she wanted them to be, because, she had said when they were kind of having an argument, like, that's where I want to be, and I want them to be with their family. And I think that that would be kind of a way to honor her if he did that. I don't know. That would be romantic of Damon, to go and do the thing for his wife that she was asking him to do throughout the episode. So really the question is now, what is everybody's next move? What's Damon going to do with the kids? Where's he going to go? What's Rhaenyra now doing at Dragonstone? What's her next move? Because assuredly she still wants to be queen. I'm 100% sure that she still plans on that. Will something happen to her father while she's at Dragonstone? I don't think Alicent would necessarily do that, but I think Larys would. I wonder if Otto is going to come back. What is their next move now? Other than, oh God, I hope that they don't try to pit children against children and family against family. Although it is Game of Thrones, House of the Dragon, I 100% see it going down. And I guess the other question is are we going to get more dragons? Because you guys know how much I love the dragons, whether it's just like 1 shot, 2 shot, 3 shot, 4 shot, baby dragons, adult dragons, dragon riders, dragon flames, even dragons burning somebody to death. I still can appreciate their beauty. So, give me more. Okay, guys. I'm not going to wait any further. Let's get into it. And anyone who started watching my channel because of the Game of Thrones episodes, I have a tendency of drinking rosé. So this might be a saucy one. I don't know. We'll find out. It's going to be that kind of a night. That is beautiful. See for her final voyage.
Babies.
Oh, Damon, no. No, not now. Well, that is a beautiful funeral, besides the widow were laughing during the middle of it. Oh. The amount of dragons that were in that shot was just beautiful.
Your little cousins have lost their mother. Could use a kind word.
I have an equal claim to sympathy.
Jace.
Oof. He could just ruin everything with his little mouth, couldn't he?
Hand turns lean, spool of green, spool of black, dragons,
Ugh.
the flesh,
Elena, you weirdo.
dragons.
We actually do have one thing in common.
We both fancy creatures with very long legs.
Ew.
Both my seat and high tide will be yours one day, Lucerys.
Sorry. I don't want to.
It's your birthright, lad.
They have to know that that's not their son's
Time
son.
with old Driftmark. It means everyone's dead.
Oh. Oh. Eamon doesn't seem like a jerk like his brother does. Yeah, I still couldn't do it though. It's always nice to see a brother hurting like that for his sister. Aegon, you are a mess. Grandpappy's here. Whip you into shape. Yep.
Brother!
Oh yeah, kid's not gonna be a brat anymore. And what happens to Lena's dragon after she passes? Because her daughter needs one.
The crown was yours until those fools at the Great Council plucked it from your head.
Facts.
It's not justice for your wife that drives you, it is your own ambition. It is desire for the throne. If not for yourself, then for the scions of your house.
Oh, no. I think he definitely wants it for her.
It is you, Lord Husband, who refuses to abandon this pursuit, even now at the cost of our children.
That's not fair. Corlys is like one of my favorite characters. I got that guy's back.
History does not remember blood. It remembers names.
Still my favorite couple in the whole show. Love those two.
We did try to conceive a child. We performed our duty as best we could.
Well, that's nice to know.
I found that elsewhere. It felt good to be desired.
I bet. Stop staring at her that way. Your wife just died.
Did you love her?
We were happy enough.
That's not a yes. Is this the time or the place for this? I mean, I ship it. I'm much more comfortable with this than 10 years prior. Okay. I'm not upset. I don't know why I want to cry though, like I'm happy. It's like that's what they both like kind of wanted for a long time. I don't think that the timing of that happening at the wife's funeral is a good idea. What is he like? I can't see anything. It's so dark. Is he spying on a dragon? Is he spying on them? What does he even know? Because if he's spying on them, that's how little boys lose the feeling in their legs. Bran. Oh no, it's a dragon. Can't see shit. It's so dark. It makes me want to turn my lights off because I can't see a damn thing. Hi, baby. I'm telling you, he's definitely drawn to a dragon. Is that a net? I hate not being able to see. That dragon is fucking huge. I don't think you should climb on a sleeping dragon. You know, like sleeping dogs lie, sleeping dragons lie. Hi! I am not a snack. Oh. Slow, please! eat him! Don't eat him! Oh god. He can command a dragon? I think... Oh, that is a beautiful shot. Is this gonna be his dragon? Now, is this the one that was in the pit? Or is this Lena's dragon? Because it has a saddle on it. I don't have the captions on. I wish I had the captions on so I know what he just said. Look at that beast! Stop screaming. Be a dragon rider. There you go. There you go, kiddo. Lock in. Lock in. Oh my god. Stop screaming like you've never done this before. Act like you've been there. A duck, oh god. Or goose, or seagull. But like duck. Like get out of the way of the birds. Oh my god, I'm so happy for him! Unless this is, like, not good. Like, can he take her dragon? Can he just have a big-ass dragon that's, like, established? Does that make him a chosen one? I'm freaking out, man. Yeah, buddy, that's what I'd be doing. Having a great time. Ugh. I'm sweating.
Vhagar has a new rider now.
She was
Vhagar.
mine to claim.
Then you should have claimed her. Maybe your cousins can find you a pig to ride. It would suit you.
Aemon, you dick. Yeah, you get him, girl. Oh,
Come at me again and I'll feed you to my dragon.
Jace, punch him in the face. I can't believe I'm wanting children to beat each other, but here we are. Okay, gang up is a bit much. But they're all family. It's just Christmas or something like it. Don't you hurt that little one. No, 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 it's not okay.
You will die screaming in flames just as your father did.
Oh god, Jace. Okay, okay, alright. Okay, oh god. I was so happy for you, Aemon, you dick.
My prince, let me see. Gods be good.
It will heal. Will it not, Maester?
Of course it's gonna heal. It's just probably gonna lose
Flesh
an
will
eye.
heal.
Oh, that's fucking gnarly. Just put an eye patch on it. And it continues with another generation.
Enough!
My son telling the tale!
Silence!
Easy, Viserys. You look like you're gonna die.
My sons are in line to inherit the Iron Throne, Your Grace. This is the highest of treasons.
Ooh.
Prince Aemond must be sharply questioned so we might learn where he heard such slanders.
Ooh, Rhaenyra.
Over an insult.
Uh-huh.
My son has lost an eye.
Eh. Oh god, the wine is hitting.
Your king demands an answer. Who spoke these lies to you?
I felt bad for you, you little shit. Now I don't.
We know, Father. Everyone knows. Just look at them.
This is not the time or the place for this.
There is a debt to be paid.
Oh,
I shall have one of her son's eyes in return.
an eye for an eye.
If the king will not seek justice, the queen will. Sir Kristen, bring me the eye of Lucerys Velaryon.
You will do no such thing.
Stay your hand.
No, you were sworn to me!
Okay, I liked Alicent. Now I'm kind of taking that back.
Alicent, this matter is finished. Do you understand?
It's not finished. She does not understand. Holy shit. They can't even have a funeral without shit going down.
Anyone whose tongue dares to question the birth of Princess Rhaenyra's sons should have it removed.
Viserys. Oh my.
Alicent, stay with the
Oh no 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 girl. Oh god, oh god. All hell's breaking loose.
Will you flout it all to duty, please?
Alicent, let her go!
Where is duty? Where is sacrifice? It's trampled under your pretty foot again.
Release the blade, Alicent.
And now you take my son's fight.
You look crazy, stop.
But now they see you as you are.
Can somebody stop that, please?
It was a fair exchange. I may have lost an eye, but I gained a dragon.
You could have said that 10 minutes ago, dumbass. This is the right episode for a glass of wine. Felt very tense through that entire scene.
Already the word is spreading, the gossip speculating that I've gone mad.
Yeah, because you did.
All true. I've never seen that side of you, my daughter.
Oh, with pride, he says.
I even doubted its existence.
It was an ugly thing, I regret it.
We play an ugly game.
Yeah. He's back. Puppeting.
The boy was right. It's worth 1,000 times the price he paid.
Eating dragon. And he's gonna have a cool fucking scar, and then he gets to wear an eye patch like a pirate. It's pretty awesome. I see teeth ripped out of mouths all the time. Implants. Gum tissue. Laid out. I can't. She didn't even flinch when she was cut. Oh, where have you been?
I should have been there.
There should be a housewives.
Ouch.
I had hoped to bear your children. A few times we lay together.
I hate the gods for making me as they did.
Oh.
I do not. You are an honorable man with a good heart. It's a rare thing.
It is.
You deserve better than what I've been. You deserve a husband.
Let's hope he sticks to it, though. Vagar left with them. Sad day for the Valerians. Oh, Laris, you lurking in the back. He drives me crazy.
The young prince, defiled, an outrage.
Indeed.
Stop it, Laris. God. Meddlesome.
If it's I you want, balance the scales. I am your servant.
You know he'll do it.
That will not be
Alicent.
necessary.
Thank you.
Nihus velzuris, belmura o maestarome. Nihus drives nyahupsos ahibilukstaur.
But what about Lenor?
En pranot chimerir zalagoniptilix.
I mean, like I said, I ship it.
We could not marry unless Leonor were dead.
Yeah. Rhaenyra.
I know.
You just said he was a good and honorable man. Oh God, no, 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 no. Please don't hurt him.
What are you asking of me, my lord? A quick death. One with witnesses.
The Valerians can't lose any more children.
I do love Lenor.
Then grant him this kindness. Set him free.
You forget yourself.
My lord, please! Hold up the gods!
Lenor doesn't deserve this.
This will cost Lord Corlys and Princess Rhaenys their only remaining child.
Oh, God.
And the realm will whisper that I was somehow responsible.
Let him whisper.
How did you let this happen? In my f***ing home! Tell me!
We will know the truth of it, and our enemies won't.
I didn't want this at the cost of that. They're gonna kill him, aren't they? Wait. Is that Lenor? Holy shit! I'm like literally flabbergasted right now. This show is fucking insane. I'm almost empty. I need a full glass for this end fucking commentary. Oh my God, oh God, this show fucking plays with my emotions so much. I felt so bad for Lenor. I was like, oh my God. I thought he was dead. You know what? Great ending for him. Go be with your lover in the land where gold means something. And you know what? Your death happened. I feel so bad for the Valerians. Oh my God. Just Rhaenys and Corlys do not deserve to go through this pain. Losing 2 children in such a short span of time. I need to fucking rein it in. I'm so blown away. This show is so amazing. When I say I fucking hate it, it's because it toys with me. But I love it because of the same reason. Holy shit. Okay, so Aemon, I felt really bad for him. The prank that was played on him with the pig, that's dressed up like a dragon. I was like, he deserves a dragon. I didn't think that he would take Vhagar. I didn't think Vhagar would be drawn to him. I thought it was the dragon that was down in the cellar. But great, I'm happy for him. He found a dragon, but him losing an eye and Alicent reacting the way that she did, and for everyone to have seen that being such a public show of you think my children are bastards. Where did you hear this information? And then the king to outright tell everyone, you will not question the parentage of Rhaenyra's children. Wow, the shit hit the fan, and it hit it hard, and it spread it wide. Wowza. So I felt really bad for Alicent in the beginning, and then I really liked her transition into who she's become. And then when she kind of loses it, and she even says, she's like, everyone thinks I'm mad. And Otto is echoing that, yeah, because you were. I like that from her. I like that passion. I like that drive. But boy, doing that publicly is that ruins your reputation quick. At least in private, if you're going to be a bitch in private, if you're going to try to kill somebody in private, it's up to speculation, but when a bunch of eyes have seen it, there's no way to get away from it. She now has a reputation. And now it, like what she said, is that it now makes Rhaenyra's children, more legitimate for the throne. Whew. What a fucking episode. Did I think we were going to start out with a beautiful funeral and transition into that widower making love to his niece, who will be the future queen, and then the actual queen maiming the real queen because the children got into a fight. Someone lost an eye, but he gained a dragon. There's so much. And like none of that was like brought to us by Varys, which I totally thought he was going to be the person that brought all the trouble. No, they just find it themselves. Holy shit. And like, boy, do I love the Valerians. I love Rhaenys and I love Corlys so much. They are my favorite couple. They do not deserve the pain that they just have gone through. Like, hopefully Daemon's daughters, like that they, oh God. Actually, now would be the perfect time for them to say that Driftmark would go to Daemon's daughters, because then that makes the kingdom that much stronger. It's funny how it went like from them trying to gain some foothold of having an heir that's in line for the throne to having heirs that are like kind of in line to the throne. If something happens to Rhaenyra's sons, then we got some daughters. I don't think that that's the way it's going to go, but like still like it still gained the Valerians a lot of strength by having Daemon marry Rhaenyra. Which, by the way, 10 years ago, uncomfortable, so uncomfortable. Now I ship it, and I'm glad Laenor didn't have to die for it. I didn't know that at the time. I feel very foolish crying over his death, even though he didn't die. But that poor little boy that was involved in that fight. I was wondering why there was like why he was around, and I was like, oh, it's because, Daemon wanted it to be a public death. No, they just had another little black boy die in the fire. Oh. Man, I'm happy that Laenor kind of has his freedom to be who he is, and because Rhaenyra said that he's a very honorable man, and I believe that to be true. He's not a great father, and he's not a great husband, but it's because of the position he was in. He's very miserable in that position, but like now he gets to go and be whoever he wants to be with whomever he wants to be. That's a beautiful side of that. That it had to come to the expense of the Valerians. That is so painful. But I hope that they watch their daughters prosper. I mean, Rhaenyra's sons could marry the daughters and strengthen the bloodline that way. I hate that like they've made incest like this thing that like we accept in this world, but because it's not real life and it doesn't have any effect on us whatsoever, it is accepting. So I'm like, yeah, I ship a niece and an uncle. You told me I had to marry my uncle. Love them so much. They're so fun at Christmas. No, thank you. Now, Viserys and Alicent kind of being at odds, and Viserys being like very publicly at odds with his wife. That does not bode well for her reputation, let alone her kind of losing it in front of everybody, maiming the princess in front of everybody. When they were like, she's like, I want your other child's eye. At least he gets to pick. I don't even know his name. I know Jace, Aemon, and Aegon, and Helena. Like, that's all I know. I don't even know his name. And like, that little boy didn't deserve that. None of them did. I don't know what happened to Aegon to where he was like, I was very sympathetic to his situation and how he was being treated. And then he rides a dragon and he becomes a dick. Like, just a dick. I feel like he's actually going to be worse than Aegon. I don't know. I mean, Aegon just seems like he's useless and he's a brat. And I love that Otto kind of like kicked him really hard and pulled him up by his hair and was just like, what the hell's wrong with you? I love that. But I feel like Aemon has what it takes to actually challenge anybody else for the throne when the time comes. Hopefully that doesn't happen. But like, I feel like Aegon, like losing an eye, and having a dragon and having vengeance and having his mother probably rooting him on, that's not going to bode well. I feel like Rhaenyra, she's a fine mom. She protected her sons. I don't feel like she's toughening them up, and I definitely don't think that Laenor was doing his job. Sir Harwin tried, but he could only do so much. But I think Daemon, being a surrogate father to boys, that will definitely help them either become stronger or it will completely alienate them. Like, I don't know which way that's going to go. But I feel like Rhaenyra and Daemon might have a child of their own, and it might be the golden boy. And then we had dragons. We had lots of dragons all over Driftmark. That was beautiful. I don't know why Vhagar would choose Aemon. Maybe, I mean, because of his pure blood. But like it felt like Laena was very much a true dragon rider. And I'm hoping that, like, Aemon is, or maybe I should hope that he's not. I'm not quite sure how I stand on that whole situation. Like, I was so happy for him and I was so proud of him. And I was like, just like blown away by like the whole scene of it, what I could see, because it was very fucking dark. But like, I was very happy for the situation, but I don't know what the similarity is between Laena and Aemon that Vhagar would be like, yes, you're my person. Especially because it should have probably gone to her younger daughter. Vhagar should have picked Laena's daughter. Makes me so sad that little girl doesn't have a dragon. Well, now her stepmommy is in line for the throne, so there's going to be plenty of eggs and plenty of dragons to choose from, I hope. And I didn't have the captions on, so I don't even know, like, what was going on, like what he was saying to the dragon, like what the Valyrian was that he was speaking to the dragon. If it was fly, if it was ride, if it was wake up, if it was like hi, but in like Valyrian, I'm not quite sure. So next time, captions. They make it a lot easier to understand what's going on. And I like I said, I expected a lot more from Varys, but like him kind of just saying like, oh, well, if you want an eye, I'll get you an eye. Oh, he's loyal. I guess if you're going to have the guy that is so fucking crazy that he's going to go take a child's eye, that he's going to rip out some tongues, kill his own family, just because he's loyal to you, it's better that he's loyal to you and not to someone else like your enemy. So I guess we have that for Alicent. Good for you. And like Kristen, I believe Kristen would have gladly stabbed one of Sir Harwin's children in the face for Alicent. Jesus. That was just a clusterfuck. Absolute clusterfuck. It was wonderful. I'm glad that's not my family. I will take the entertainment all that I can. Okay, guys, if you want to see the full-length reaction, it will be available on my Patreon and up to one episode early, as well as episodes for The Expanse, Vox Machina, Wednesday, and maybe some new shows like Andor, Severance. They might be up in the next couple weeks, including The Bad Batch, which is starting later on this week. A lot of Star Wars content coming this year. I'm very excited for it, so stay tuned. Lots of stuff to watch. Very excited for it. But in the meantime, make sure that you like, subscribe, get notifications. Even if you don't like my channel, tell me you don't like my channel, because then I will comment back with, thank you for helping the algorithm. I've been spicy these days. I don't plan on changing that anytime soon. But hopefully you like what you see and you enjoy it and I'm entertaining and you tell me as much. If not, I don't know what to do for you. Probably drink more rosé during reactions because it seems to help make things go smoothly. Or not. I guess we'll find out at some point. Okay, guys. With that being said, I'm going to actually go get another glass of wine. I'm going to enjoy the rest of my night. I hope you enjoy the rest of your night. And I'll see ya.